Have you ever wondered why Japanese people are so healthy and live so long? In global statistics, Japan consistently ranks among the countries with the highest average life expectancy. And the credit for this doesn't just go to their food. It also goes to their daily hygiene habits. And the interesting thing is that most of these habits are so simple that anyone can adopt them. But in the West, these habits are either ignored or people simply don't know about them. Today, we're going to talk about 15 Japanese hygiene secrets that keep them healthy, and that the West almost completely overlooks. And I'm pretty sure that after hearing some of these habits, you'll think, this is so simple, why don't we do this? So let's get started, but first, let's understand one small thing. The concept of hygiene in Japan is very different from the West. In the West, cleanliness mostly means making things look clean. If the house looks tidy, surfaces are shining, then the job is done. But in Japan, cleanliness means preventing contamination before it even happens. It means blocking the path of a problem before it even arrives. That's why certain habits are so deeply embedded in Japanese daily life that may seem small from the outside, but their impact on health is enormous. And today we're going to look at exactly those habits. Point 15, taking shoes off at the door. Let's start with a habit you may have heard about, but very few people know the actual reason behind it. In Japan, walking inside the house with shoes on is almost unthinkable. Every home has a designated area at the entrance called the genkin. That's where you take off your shoes and switch to indoor slippers. In the West, this habit is quite rare. For many people, walking around the house in shoes is completely normal. Some people even walk all the way to their bed with their shoes still on. But in the Japanese mindset, this is a basic form of contamination control. Shoes carry bacteria, dust, and chemical residue from outside roads, public bathrooms, and streets. And when you bring those same shoes inside your home, all that dirt enters your living space. Studies suggest that the soles of shoes can carry an average of over 421,000 bacteria. And among these, there can be some serious pathogens like E. coli and C. diff. So Japanese people don't take off their shoes just for tradition. For them, it's a conscious health decision. And maybe that's why Japanese homes feel so clean, because contamination is stopped right at the very first step. And this is just the first habit. Point 14, hand washing and gargling yuge. In Japan, when someone comes home from outside, the very first thing they do is wash their hands. This is absolutely non-negotiable, but along with hand washing, there's another thing that almost nobody in the West does. That is gargling. In Japanese, it's called yugai. In Japan, children are taught from school age that when you come home from outside, you wash your hands and clean your throat. This is because the throat and nose are the first entry points where germs enter the body. In the West, hand washing is common, but gargling as a daily prevention habit, almost zero. Japanese health experts believe that regular gargling can reduce the risk of throat infections, flu, and the common cold. And research also supports the idea that simple water gargling can lead to a noticeable reduction in upper respiratory infections. This habit is so simple that anyone can do it, but in the West, it's just not taken seriously. In Japan, it's prevention. In the West, it's only remembered when the problem has already occurred. And that's the difference. Point 13, wearing masks even before COVID. These days, the whole world knows about masks. But did you know that people in Japan have been wearing masks for decades before COVID? In Japan, if someone is even slightly sick, a mild cold, a cough, or even allergies, they put on a mask. And this isn't done for their own protection but to prevent spreading germs to others. In the West, this concept was almost alien before COVID. After the pandemic, people wore masks, but many considered it a burden and quickly stopped. But in Japan, it's a social responsibility. If you're sick and go outside without a mask, people will consider you careless. It's not judgmental, it's part of community health. And interestingly, flu seasons in Japan have historically been less severe compared to the West. And one reason for this is that people actively prevent germs from spreading. This habit shows that in Japan, health is not just your own responsibility, it's your responsibility toward others as well. Point 12. Toilet hygiene and separate slippers. Now let's talk about a habit that surprises many Western viewers. In Japan, there are separate slippers for the bathroom. This means the slippers you wear inside your home don't go into the bathroom, and the bathroom slippers don't come outside. In the West, this concept doesn't exist. People walk into the bathroom with the same slippers or barefoot and then go to the bedroom, the kitchen, the sofa, everywhere. But from a Japanese perspective, the bathroom is a high contamination zone. No matter how clean it is, the toilet area naturally has more bacteria. And when you carry the same feet or slippers throughout the house, you're basically transferring bathroom germs to every surface. This small habit, just keeping separate slippers, significantly reduces cross-contamination inside the home. And in Japan, this isn't considered any special effort. It's a perfectly normal daily practice. In the West, almost nobody does this. Point 11. Daily bathing culture afuro. In Japan, bathing isn't just about cleaning the body. It's an entire ritual. In Japanese bathing culture, the body is first washed clean with a shower, and then you sit and relax in a tub of hot water called the afuro. In the West, people take a shower and that's it. Many people don't even shower every day, and sitting in a bathtub is mostly considered a weekend or special occasion thing. But in Japan, the concept of daily deep bathing is directly connected to health. Sitting in hot water improves blood circulation, muscles relax, skin pores open up and get cleaned, and mentally, stress is reduced as well. And here's an important point. In Japan, people wash their body first before getting into the tub. In the West, people often sit directly in the tub without washing first. Japanese people can find this concept quite unhygienic. So in Japan, bathing means relaxing a clean body. In the West, bathing means cleaning a dirty body. There's a fundamental difference in the approach. Now, the habits we've looked at so far have been fairly well known. Taking shoes off, washing hands, wearing masks, these are all common knowledge. But the habits coming up next are more interesting because they're about the small details of daily life that people don't normally even notice. And these are the habits that quietly make the Japanese health system strong. So let's go a little deeper. Point 10. Kitchen sponge and dishcloth discipline. This point will feel surprisingly relatable to many people. In the West, using a kitchen sponge for weeks is quite common. People don't replace it until it's completely falling apart. And dishcloths, they sit unwashed on the kitchen counter for days. In Japan, this is almost unacceptable. Japanese housewives regularly replace their sponges. Dishcloths are washed every day. And in many households, dishcloths are sanitized with boiling water or bleach solution. The reason is simple. A damp sponge and a damp cloth are paradise for bacteria. Moisture, warmth, and food particles. When these three come together, a bacteria colony can grow within hours. And then you wash plates with the same sponge, wipe the counter with the same cloth, and think the job is done. But in reality, you're spreading bacteria. In Japanese kitchens, this habit is strict because food safety and kitchen hygiene are taken very seriously there. This is a habit that's so easy to change, but in the West, nobody gives it any importance. Point 9. Handkerchief culture. In Japan, almost every person carries a handkerchief with them. Public bathrooms usually have hand dryers or paper towels, but Japanese people prefer to use their own personal handkerchief. It's cleaner and more hygienic. In the West, carrying a handkerchief is considered an old-fashioned thing. People either use paper towels, wipe their hands on their pants, or just walk out with wet hands. But in the Japanese mindset, even keeping your hands wet is a hygiene failure, because wet hands transfer more bacteria compared to dry hands. This small habit, carrying a clean handkerchief, significantly reduces touch-based contamination, and this is taught in Japan from childhood. In schools, children's handkerchiefs are checked. If someone doesn't have one, it gets noted. In the West, nobody even asks. Point 8. Public space cleanliness as personal duty. This habit is more about mindset than hygiene, but its impact on health is direct. In Japan, public spaces, trains, stations, parks, schools, people pick up their own trash. Even if there are no dustbins around, people keep their trash in their pockets and throw it away when they get home. In schools, children clean their own classrooms. No janitor comes. This teaches them from childhood that cleanliness isn't someone else's responsibility, it's your own. In the West, public littering is a huge issue, and often people think that cleaning up is someone else's job. The health connection here is that when the entire community participates in cleanliness, the level of germs, pests, and contamination in public spaces naturally drops, and the benefit goes to everyone, collectively. In Japan, cleanliness isn't just a personal habit, it's a social contribution. Point 7. Drying futons and bedding in sunlight. In Japan, many homes use traditional futons instead of mattresses, and these futons are regularly dried outside in the sunlight. In the West, people use the same mattress for years without ever exposing it to sunlight. They wash the sheets, but the mattress, it stays the same, dark, damp, and closed. The purpose of placing the futon outside in the sun in Japanese culture is that sunlight naturally kills bacteria, dust mites, and moisture. UV rays are a natural disinfectant. In the West, dust mite populations continue to build up inside mattresses over time, and these dust mites are a major cause of allergies, skin irritation, and respiratory issues. Japanese people understand this, and that's why regular sun drying is part of their routine. A small habit, but the health impact is very significant. And this is a habit that almost nobody in the West practices. Point 6. Portion control and eating discipline. Now let's talk about food hygiene, which isn't just about food safety, but also about eating behavior. In Japan, portions are smaller, variety is greater, and people are taught from childhood the concept of hara hachibu, which means stop eating when your stomach is 80% full. In the West, portions are very large, plates are loaded, and the concept of value for money pushes people toward overeating. But in Japanese eating discipline, the hygiene is in not overloading the body. Overeating puts stress on the digestive system, can increase inflammation, and in the long term, significantly raises the risk of obesity and related diseases. In Japan, staying slim and healthy isn't about dieting. It's the natural result of eating discipline. In the West, people first overeat, then diet, then go to the gym. In Japan, this cycle never even starts because eating habits are controlled from the beginning. This is the angle of hygiene that's rarely discussed in the West, the cleanliness inside the body. Point 5. Dental hygiene and toothbrush culture. This point might surprise a lot of people. In Japan, many people brush their teeth 3 times a day in the morning, after lunch at the office or school, and at night. In the West, mostly morning and night, and many people even skip the nighttime brush. In Japanese offices and schools, brushing your teeth after lunch is a common practice. People carry their toothbrush with them. It's normal. Nobody finds it strange. In the West, if someone brushed their teeth at the office after lunch, people would find it odd. but dental hygiene has a direct connection to oral health, and the link between oral health and overall body health is very strong. Poor oral hygiene can increase the risk of heart disease, diabetes complications, and respiratory infections. In Japan, it's understood that the mouth is the gateway to the body, and keeping it clean protects overall health. Simple habit, big impact, ignored in the West. Point 4. Ventilation and fresh air obsession. In Japan, windows in homes and offices are regularly opened, whether it's winter or summer. In Japanese, this concept is known as kanki. It means replacing stale indoor air with fresh air. In the West, people mostly keep windows closed and rely on climate control. Turn on the AC, switch on the heater, who's going to open the windows? But Japanese health experts believe that air in closed rooms becomes stale. CO2 levels rise. Humidity builds up, which helps mold and bacteria grow, and overall air quality deteriorates. In Japanese schools, windows are opened after every class period, even if cold air is blowing outside. It's a rule. It's not optional. In the West, indoor air quality is a silent health issue that's rarely addressed. People live in closed rooms for years and think that the filtered air from AC is enough. But in Japan, fresh air is a non-negotiable hygiene habit, and honestly, science is on their side. Point 3. Regular health checkups as culture. In Japan, annual health checkups are almost mandatory, especially for working adults. Companies conduct yearly health screenings for their employees. It's called Ninja Doc. It's very detailed blood tests, X-rays, BMI, cholesterol, liver function, everything gets checked. In the West, many people only go to the doctor when the problem has already become serious. Preventive checkups, they're optional, often expensive, and not a priority for most people. But in the Japanese mindset, health hygiene means identifying problems early, before they become a crisis. That's why many diseases in Japan are detected at an early stage, and the success rate of treatment is much higher. In the West, the approach is reactive, fix it when there's a problem. In Japan, the approach is preventive, don't let the problem happen in the first place. This is the level of hygiene that goes inside the body, and it consistently keeps Japan at the top in health outcomes. Point 2. Cleaning as a daily micro-routine. In Japan, cleaning is not a weekly event. It's a daily micro-routine. In Japanese homes, small cleaning tasks happen every single day. The kitchen counter is wiped after every meal. The bathroom is dried after every use. Floors are regularly wiped. And all of this doesn't happen in one committed deep cleaning session, but in small bursts throughout the day. In the West, cleaning is mostly considered a weekend job. Mess builds up throughout the week, and then Saturday becomes cleaning day. But the problem with this approach is that over the course of a week, bacteria, dust, and grime have already built up, and one cleaning session doesn't completely remove it. The benefit of the Japanese micro-cleaning approach is that contamination is never allowed to build up. Every surface stays consistently clean, and the overall hygiene level of the home remains constantly high. It's a difference in mindset. In the West, cleaning is a task that has to be done. In Japan, cleaning is a habit that happens automatically. And honestly, the Japanese approach actually requires less effort because you never let things get too dirty in the first place. Point 1. Hygiene as identity, not just a habit. And the most important point, which is actually the real reason behind all the previous 14 habits. In Japan, hygiene is not just a habit, it's a part of identity. When a Japanese child is taught to clean the classroom in school, they're not told, clean up because it's dirty. They're told, clean up because it's your responsibility. When a Japanese person wears a mask while sick, they don't think, I should wear a mask. They think, I should protect the people around me. When a Japanese housewife sanitizes the kitchen sponge every day, she doesn't think, "This has bacteria." She thinks, "My kitchen is the guarantee of my family's health." In the West, hygiene is mostly reactive. A problem occurs, then action follows. In Japan, hygiene is proactive. Action comes first, so the problem never even gets a chance to occur. And that's the fundamental difference. In the West, hygiene is a to-do list. In Japan, hygiene is a value system. And when hygiene becomes part of your identity, following it doesn't require effort. It happens automatically. That's the reason Japan consistently ranks among the healthiest nations in the world. They don't just eat well. They don't just have a good healthcare system. Every single small habit, from taking shoes off to sanitizing sponges, all of them come together to form a system. And that system delivers results. So those were 15 Japanese hygiene secrets that keep them healthy, and that are largely ignored in the West. If you notice, none of these habits are difficult. Taking shoes off, gargling, replacing sponges, opening windows, these are all simple things. But the combined effect of these simple habits is extraordinary. Japan has proven that the secret to health isn't in some magic diet or expensive supplement. It's in daily discipline. It's in small habits. And it's in the mindset that applies the solution before the problem even arrives. The question is, can we, the ones watching this video, adopt even one or two of these habits in our lives? I think the answer is yes. Now you tell me, out of these 15 habits, which one impressed you the most? And which one habit are you thinking of starting from tomorrow? Make sure to tell us in the comments. And if you want to see more Japanese versus Western lifestyle comparisons, where we deeply compare health, hygiene, kitchen and home habits, then subscribe to this channel and make sure to hit the bell icon so you don't miss any video. We'll be back very soon with another interesting comparison. Until then, take care of yourself, keep it clean and stay healthy.